Appeals. On Thursday, 22nd, we have one item on our agenda, which is a public hearing, which I think I will not open yet, but at least we can, by opening the meeting, we can have a conversation with the applicant about what to do. So
how many people are signed in?
None.
Is it just Jim? I didn't know.
Oh, Jim's here.
Jim is a panelist. Sarah and Bill are both logged in.
They are
as
logged in.
watching.
Okay, I just want to make sure Sarah and Bill are both on this hearing because it's their
So
house.
the issue is, just for the record, for a special permit, you need at least 4 voting members of the 5 that comprise the board. So if we only have 4 people here, you would need to get all 4 to grant the approve the permit. And that's a risk that you can take, or we can simply, we need to open the hearing anyway because we're called, but I mean, you can decide to continue. So why don't I go ahead and open this hearing? Let me open this hearing, let me read the hearing notice, and then we can figure out what you want to do. So, Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing in the Mural Room at 878 Tremont Street and via Zoom on January 22nd to consider the application of William and Sarah Dalrymple for a special permit under Articles 400, 600, and 900, Sections 401, 401-2, 401 2.4, etc., multiple sections of the zoning bylaw. The property is located at 23 Ocean Road South, parcel 139-939, 121 on the assessor's map, consisting of 0.11 acres in the residential compatibility district, flood hazard overlay district, dunes protection district, owned by William and Sarah Dalrymple. The applicant proposes to raise the pre-existing non-conforming dwelling on a non-conforming lot to install a FEMA-compliant pile foundation, remove the existing 11 by 17 front deck, and construct a 10 by 11 enclosed sunroom in the same general location, rebuild the existing 13 by 22 rear deck in the same general area with new stairs relocated for improved circulation and code compliance. A special permit is required. The application may be reviewed at the Board of Appeals office pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, as amended in March 28, 2025. This meeting will be conducted in person and as a courtesy via remote means in accordance with applicable law. Please note that while an option for remote attendance or participation is being provided, the meeting or hearing will not be suspended or terminated if there are technological problems unless required by law, etc. So the remote participation instructions were on the agenda and in the public hearing notice. So with that, I would want to open the hearing on this application from the Dalrymples for property on Ocean Road South.
Excuse me, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I just want to mention the fact that I've done work for these folks 15, 20 years ago. So I know them, but I'm not involved in this project.
Okay.
And given the nature of the project, I feel I can vote on it without
I think that's
prejudice.
sufficient disclosure if it's been that long. You were a much younger person then.
Mm-hmm.
And he's forgotten everything he did 15 years ago.
So we have some correspondence here about this application, but I guess I'm thinking that perhaps before we go into all of this, we should find out what the applicant would like to do. Do you want us to proceed, in which case I'll go through all the correspondence and you'll give a presentation?
Can I say 10?
Sure.
Like we have in the past,
Yeah.
we've allowed
Yep.
the applicant to move forward, tell us everything. And towards the end, we've taken straw votes. Feel comfortable, then you proceed. If not, you still can slide back and reschedule for another time.
That was going to be my question.
The problem is that if the straw vote doesn't go your way, then we really do need to continue. And now you've got a situation where the 5th member isn't here, and so somebody ends up having to listen to the tape and so forth. So, you know, I think, I'm not prejudging this application, I'm just saying that Sometimes it's just better to wait till you got 5 members, but it's your call. It's your application. You can decide if you want to go ahead and present, in which case we'll open this whole thing up and we can do a straw poll, or you can just decide to reschedule until a night that we know we can have 5 people here.
So you're saying if I do a straw poll, that the 5th applicant has to listen to this hearing date, and then on my continued hearing date, we will reopen this application?
We would be continuing this hearing to a date certain.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be reopening, we'd simply be continuing.
Okay. I'd like to open it.
Well, it's open now if you want to
I'd like
continue.
to move forward.
Okay, so then let me go ahead and review the correspondence that we have, and then we can turn this over to you.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to have to tell me if I'm missing something, because all I'm seeing right now, I thought there were actually comments from other boards, but all I'm seeing is the email here. What am I missing?
I have comments from the other boards.
I'm sure it's right there.
Yeah, I have copies for you.
You told me this already. Okay. So first of all, from the Design Review Board, we have a memo dated January 14th. Wait a minute. This is not the right one. This is 9/10
Oh, I'm
to
sorry, that's...
9/34. That's Temple
Yeah,
Street.
that's Temple Street, never mind.
And
sorry.
this is Temple Street.
That's Temple Street as
I
well.
brought the wrong one. I'm sorry. The door was locked. I had 2 minutes to grab everything.
Okay.
I do have copies of them. Do you want them, or? I
I've
don't
got
know.
Board of Health.
Board of Health.
Okay.
I should have the originals in here. I have the
Yeah, I'll give them right
originals.
back to you. I'll just hand them right back to you.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's fine.
The meeting minutes are upstairs too.
These things happen. Okay, this is from the Board of Health, and a memo dated December 23rd. This property is connected to the Marshfield Septic Treatment Plant, and therefore the Board of Health has no comments. We have a memo from the Conservation Administrator dated January 21. I have reviewed this submittal and determined that the proposed work falls under the jurisdiction of the Conservation Commission. The applicant filed the notice of intent on January 8th, 2026, with a public hearing scheduled for January 27th. I will provide a follow-up memo once the Conservation Commission has issued its decision on this filing.
So if we do vote to approve it, it would be with a caveat that it's subject to conservation approval.
Right, but they
Right.
can't build it if they don't get that.
Right, but let me...
That's true.
Yeah, we'll discuss in a minute. We have a memo from the planning board dated January 13th, in which the board voted unanimously to defer the special permit application to the ZBA with no further comments. I read the Board of Health already. That is someone's copy. I'm not going to walk off with that. And then we have some sorted email. We do have the design review board. That's what I was looking for. At a meeting of the DRB on January 7th, we reviewed and discussed the project proposed in this case to elevate an existing structure and rebuild existing deck structures in a slightly modified form. After discussion, we concluded that we have no objections to this proposal from a design point of view. Okay. And then we have these various pieces of email. I think these are all yours. There's an email from Mark Cloud to the board dated December 23rd. Water line will need to be reviewed to the town shutoff, and sewer line will need to meet current specifications. We have an email from a neighbor. Below is the other neighbor who is next door to us, who also supports our project. Her house has been raised. And that is from Christine Murphy, who said, "I've resided at 3 Lewis Court for 27 years. My property is directly next door to 23 Ocean Road North. The Dalrymples have discussed their plans with me to raise their home higher and to make an improvement at the roadside of the house to the outside deck. This has been done by many homes in this area in the past 10 years, necessitated by increased frequency of flooding by groundwater, and now due to the new seawall directly in front of our homes. I'm writing to express my support." We have, actually, that's what that is, it's a copy. We have an email from Jeff Jernigan. "I'm owner of 21 Ocean Road South In Duxbury, my property is directly adjacent to the above referenced property that has applied for a special permit. My sons and I fully support and approve the improvements and additions proposed under the Dalrymple's special permit application. Provides his contact information for additional information, and her information, rather. And I think that's it. Those are the email pieces of correspondence that are here. So with that, I think we can ask the applicant to present the application.
Hi, my name is Carly Tobias. I work for Rockwood Design. I'm representing Phil and Sarah Dalrymple at 23 Ocean Road South. We are proposing to lift the house, meet FEMA regulations and the AO regulation, AO3.
Yes.
We're going to tear off the decks. We're going to rebuild the rear deck in pretty much the same location, change the stair direction, and then the front deck we're going to be building in the same location, but we are going to be making it into a sunroom. I am following under, do you have any questions before I?
Not at this time. I think you should go ahead with whatever you want to present.
That's really what we're presenting.
Okay. Does anyone here have any questions?
I've got a question for Jim. I'm wondering if he reviewed the
Yeah.
coverage calculations?
Yeah.
I did.
They look good to you?
They look great. They did, they took into consideration the right of ways and pulled out that coverage calculations. And, I've had several meetings on this project, so I feel as though they complied in coverage calculations.
Thank you.
Not an easy calculation.
So basically, we're taking the existing house and adding a sunroom to the front, where roughly where the existing deck is. So the coverage is going up slightly to 870 square feet,
Correct.
and the maximum allowed is 985 square feet.
Correct.
And then you're probably taking the deck off the back and then building a new deck in the back,
Correct.
and everything's higher.
Correct.
I think it's pretty straightforward compared to some of the
Stuff we've seen.
monsters
Yeah.
we've seen with
I agree.
3.5 stories
I
and
agree. I
all
agree.
that
Right.
kind of stuff. This looks pretty basic to me.
It does.
I love it.
Thank you.
Anybody else on the board that has questions?
I have no questions, nor do I have any complaints.
I agree with Freeman.
Do you feel like you have enough information to make a decision tonight?
I do. I do.
I do.
Well, in
Freeman?
that case,
Do you have enough?
I'd be inclined to vote in favor of it.
I
We're
agree.
doing our straw
We're
poll.
doing their straw poll.
I would as well.
so what that means is that we could close the public hearing and vote.
Thank you. This
But it's your
application
choice.
is not
How about-
easy.
How about you, Judy?
What?
What's your opinion?
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I'm trying to be careful, make sure everybody's okay. Ultimately, the point of the hearing is to make sure we have the information we need, and if everybody feels like we got the information, then I don't see any reason to keep the hearing open.
I think it's pretty simple.
Okay,
So I would make a motion, close the public hearing.
is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Judy?
I
I am it.
Bill?
Freeman.
I am it.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion to grant the special permit for,
I would
Dalrymple's.
make a motion to grant the special permit as presented,
I think we should still say subject to.
subject to conservation approval.
we can certainly include that, the fact is they can't go forward without
Right.
conservation approval anyway.
Agreed.
I know, but
Freeman wants it in there.
I don't want somebody to say, oh, we got zoning approval, we don't need conservation.
Do you think that the building commissioner would let that go
No,
through?
probably not, but
So that's fine.
Jim, you gonna let that go? I know you're
doesn't-
not.
So
it
approval,
doesn't hurt to add it.
so an approval subject to an order of conditions from the Conservation Commission?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so There's a motion. Did we second that motion?
Second.
Thank you. It's now seconded. All those in favor, say aye. Aye, Judy.
Aye, Phil.
I am it.
Freeman.
You have your special permit.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Sorry for the drama at the beginning, but I always feel like we need to just warn people.